All right, another week's in the books, guys, and let me tell you, man, it was an interesting one to say the least, and that's putting it lightly, right? We're seeing here today, we ended up seeing some red, some green, which has kind of been the case here throughout the week, and Nvidia stock went down 0.4% on the day. It's fighting to break through a key level as a lot's going on when it comes to Nvidia as well. With China, the United States, the H200 chips, right? There's a lot going on. So we're going to break down the charts in this video, do an update on Nvidia, what I'm doing, and I want to break down with you all the indices here, kind of how this week went in general. So hit the like button, feel free to subscribe, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, the private Discord, that's linked down below, pinned in the comments as well. And let's get into it now. So before we look at Nvidia, which again, the charts are looking interesting, let me show you now the indices, what we did today quickly as the market's been closed now for about an hour and a half. And I'll tell you a stock at the end of this video, if I remember, hopefully after we talk about Nvidia, that I just bought. So we'll cover that later on. Make sure to stick on throughout. So S&P 500, let's pull this up, SPY ended up closing down 0.1%, so a slight red day for SPY as QQQ went down. The NASDAQ 100, funny enough, the exact same, 0.1% in the red as the Dow Jones went down about 0.25%, and the Russell somehow had a green day, which I think earlier it was up over 0.5%, but it closed up 0.12, so not bad, and it actually hit an all-time high now that I'm looking at it. So the Russell, the small caps, what a tear they've been on to start the year. No joke, guys. I think the Nasdaq or the Russell's gone up every day this year. This is the start of the year right here. We might have literally had 10 straight green days or something like that. Insane. So I think a pullback might be coming on the Russell based on the charts. Call me crazy, right? I'm a rocket scientist, right, guys? Yeah, that's pretty obvious. I mean, look, I think we're going to see a pullback. What do you think about that? But interesting day. I would say it was a red day. You know, NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P went down. The Russell slightly had a green day. So a red day overall for the stock market to wrap up the week. But it was a good week regardless. The Russell obviously hitting all-time highs. SPY hit all-time highs, I think in the beginning of the week. Yeah, it might have been on Tuesday. We hit highs. QQQ's not yet at all-time highs, but it's trying to break through 630 as the Dow, I think, hit all-time highs this week as well, earlier in the week. So I would say it was a good week. And when it comes to Nvidia stock, it's fighting to break through the mid-high 180s, which has been a sticking point. And you guys know that. Ever since, I would say November, early mid-November, we've been struggling to get through there, and we've had a couple head fakes. Most recently, it looks like here, about a week ago, we tried breaking through. Yesterday, we tried breaking through. We got to about 180. We actually hit over 190 today, believe it or not. And it looks like here on yesterday, Thursday, we hit about 189. So there's a lot going on right now with China, these H200 chips. First we got the green light that, these chips can go over there, right? And we're going to get the 25% tax, blah, blah, blah. But then we're hearing from China now that, we're not going to let these H200 chips in. We're only going to let a certain amount in. The stocks, it keeps going up and down. It's like a freaking roller coaster now. But ultimately, I think we're gonna get those chips to China. China, they're saying we're only going to let a certain amount in according to customs, from what I was reading, according to Reuters, right? But at the end of the day, man, they're going to let all the chips in. These other companies, Alibaba, Huawei, yeah, they have their own custom chips, but they're not as good as Nvidia. And China wants to compete on the global scale. Obviously, they want to dominate the AI game, and they're gonna use Nvidia's chips. And sure, they might be also producing their own chips, yeah, with Alibaba, Huawei, but they're just not as good as Nvidia's chips, and they need their chips to compete on that global scale. And it's good for Nvidia, right? It's good for Nvidia, obviously, but the stock's been in limbo, right? But ultimately, I think, yeah, we're going to get those chips to China. business will continue as usual soon here. But as of now, I genuinely think Nvidia is still a buy, right? Although I haven't added in about 3, 4 weeks. Last I bought was in the 170s, so it might have been, yeah, it was definitely right here at 172. I've mentioned that a couple times here, guys. Or was it this dip? Yeah, it must have been this dip, or it might have been this dip here. Either way, I bought at 172, right? And I'm holding on. You guys know I bought a bunch of Nvidia back in April last year, March, that time period, and they're trading at 25 times forward earnings, roughly, right around there right now. If you believe in those EPS estimates from the analysts, this is still a pretty interesting valuation, right? And yeah, I think if the story plays out as I think it will, this is going north of 200. And really, I could buy more, right? I mean, I'm not way exposed to Nvidia. I mean, I could add more if I wanted to, and I've contemplated it. That's the honest truth. I've contemplated adding more, but it's like, yeah, I think it's like 12% of my portfolio roughly. So it's like, do I want to get it to 15%? I mean, I could, but it's like, okay, it's already 12%. So I have that both sides of my head. I have this side fighting like, oh, add more, bring it to 15%. Then it's like, oh, keep it at 12%, add other stocks that you like. So that's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I could totally justify buying more here. And if I'm not in Nvidia, or if I wasn't in Nvidia, yeah, I would buy here. I really would, man. I think it's setting up nicely. I think the last couple of months it's been consolidating. We've mentioned this in previous videos. It's been consolidating, getting ready for that next move. And the chart shows it all. It looks golden for a breakout. It really does. We just got to get out of 190, 195. That's the reality. So I'm gonna set my alerts there. And I think with earnings from big tech, from earnings or with earnings from Nvidia, their next go around, yeah, I think we're gonna be higher. Call me crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So let me show you now. And by the way, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. I think half of you guys, according to my analytics, watch the content, but you're not hitting that subscribe button. So make sure you guys do that. Let me show you the stock I just bought literally 30 minutes ago here after the bell. I added some Netflix, guys. Yes, your boy did it. Your boy did it. Now, did I add my entire position size? No, I added about 10%. A little sliver. I bought a little bit, right? So I bought at $88.15. I got filled. That was my limit. I got filled after the bell here, right? And the real reason is, well, I mean, I've been eyeing up buying Netflix now for a little bit, as you guys know. And earlier today, the real reason is I locked in profits on Novo Nordisk calls. I mentioned that in my previous video, right? Made some good money on those Novo calls, 50%, right? Beautiful. And I'm like, what better place to put the money? I don't like sitting on cash too long in the portfolio, and I've already been eyeing up stocks to buy. There are a couple, and Netflix is at the top of the list. And I'm like, hey, I genuinely think Netflix stock goes a lot higher here. Maybe not a lot higher, but I think we're going higher after earnings on Tuesday, if they report strong numbers, that is, because the stock's been in a straight line down. I mean, how much worse could it get? They would have to report bad numbers, bad guidance for this to go lower, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it could go to 83, 82, and if it does, I'm adding more. That's the plan, right? That's why I only added 10% of the position size, right? Because I want to add more. But I feel like if they surprise, man, especially if they surprise to the upside, this could easily rip back over 90, mid 90s, and then I'd be like, dang it, I should have added at 88, 87, 89 when I had the chance. So that's kind of why I'm like, all right, let me just add a little bit. What's there to really lose? I think 1, 2, 3 years down the line, Netflix stock's going to be higher. Why am I nitpicking so much, right? So I'm like, let me add a little here. Worst case scenario, it tanks to like what, $70? I mean, I just don't see it going much lower. Yeah, I mean, you could always say worst case it goes $66, right? On this 3-year chart, we have a clear, support at about $66, right around this moving average right now. Okay, if it goes to 65, 70, that would suck, no doubt, because we're buying here at 88. But I would just average down and hold long term, because long term, I think Netflix is going to be just golden. It's funny. I was on live earlier, and I don't like making fun of people. I genuinely don't, man. Right? But well, I didn't make fun of them too much on the live, but I guess we'll talk about it now for a second. Somebody said in 10 years Netflix won't be around anymore, and I'm like, there's no way that I see a world where Netflix is not around. What do you guys think about that, by the way? With all the IP Netflix has, especially if this deal with Warner Brothers goes through, them not being around in 10 years makes absolutely no sense. Now, will they have competition? Of course, from YouTube, from other streaming giants. Look, they're fighting for eyeballs. Competition. The competition is eyeballs. So really, anything with video, anything where you're watching a video or a movie that's not Netflix is competition to Netflix. But at the end of the day, with where they're going with the live events, right? Think about it. WWE, all the different sporting events, and hate it or love it, WWE is here to stay long term at the end of the day. And if they stay with Netflix for 10 years, boom, there you have it. They'll be around in 10 years. That brand is massive. And it's obviously not just WWE. That's one little sliver, right? But they're the live events, the IP, the content. They're the best streaming platform. It's not even close, right? It's an objective fact at this point. And their free cash flow is exploding. We can go on and on. They're trading at 26, 27 times forward earnings, which I agree, it's not a bargain basement value, right? But it's pretty solid, a pretty solid start point, at least for me to start buying shares. So I'm looking at it like, yeah, long term, we're good to go. Will they be around in 10 years? Heck yeah. I mean, I talked about that for like 10 minutes on the live. But it's like, yeah, they're going to be around in 10 years. Of course. Like 10 years ago was 2016. Netflix was obviously around. Think about that. YouTube was around, and they're only bigger and better platforms today, those two. And I think, yeah, maybe there'll be some new ways to consume content, but Netflix is at the top of the game, and they're going to adapt to the times. Unless a blockbuster moment happens to Netflix. That would be interesting now, wouldn't it? Hopefully not, because now I'm officially a shareholder. But honestly, I don't even know if I would hold Netflix for 10 years, the stock. Not saying that I don't think it's going to be around by then, but who knows? I might have sold it by then. You know what I mean? Who knows? Let's say we buy the stock. Well, now we're in the stock, but let's say it goes to like $125, $150 in the next couple of years. I might be out of the stock just like that, depending on how things are looking. But yeah, I'm in the stock now officially, guys. I don't want to ramble too much longer, but yeah, that's the breakdown. And I'm planning on building it up a little bit more. I don't want Netflix to be a huge position for me, but it will be probably around the 5 to 7% range, I would say, for the portfolio. Yeah, at least that's the plan right now. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Join the Patreon for my portfolio updates, the private Discord if you're interested. Make sure to subscribe, do all that good stuff. The links are down below in the comments, or go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys in there. Have a great rest of your night.